Welcome, Mr. Derrick. Talking about your company, Blue Skies, importing fruit salads from Ghana to European countries. When we look at, let's say, fair trade conditions, inclusiveness, labor conditions, are these a priority for the company, or are they a necessity for the company?
I'd say they are a necessity. Our business is all about inclusivity and partnership. It's part of the fundamental values of the organisation. Principally what our company does is value add at source, so we make the finished product in the country of origin because we believe it's the right thing to do it, and also it enables us to produce a better quality product because of the proximity we have with the farmers that we source from. So it's about quality, but it's also, as I said, about doing the right thing, and that comes very much from the founder of the business who set up Blue Skies 16 years ago, and his interest is around having a positive social and economic impact, but really working with people and engaging with people to enable people to realise their potential. And that doesn't just mean our staff, it means all the stakeholders within the supply chain. And that's very much linked to the mission of the business, really. Not just to make money, but to actually do so in a way which is responsible and which brings out the best in people. So yes, talking about fair, equitable trade and treating people fairly is at the heart of the organisation.
When you look at salaries, does it have a positive impact on the lives of people you're being there, and how does it impact the region as a whole?
Well, Blue Skies, for instance, in Ghana pays the staff at the lowest level 4 times the minimum wage. But that does have, of course, a very positive impact in the local economy, puts more money into the local economy, into the pockets of our staff, who then are able to invest it in their own businesses, and that's something we increasingly see. So, for instance, local salons and taxi companies we see being run by people who have come from Blue Sky. So it does have a big impact, but also not just the salary, but things such as skills, experiences and technology that we're able to bring in is something that people pick up from working at Blue Skies and are then able to take it into their own lives and further their own careers. So that's another important impact.
Do you also deal with the government? What's the role in the government in this? And are there perspectives for upscaling the business?
Yeah, certainly. We're always looking at diversification, creating more products that use more of the fruit. So the fresh cut fruits that we do, for instance, at the moment, there's still fruit left that can be used. So that's why we're doing freshly squeezed juice on the regional market and have plans to expand that business, but also other different products that we could be doing as well. So we're always open to new ideas. In terms of working with the government, yes, we do work with the government. We'd like to work with them more, and it's an important part of our approach to be able to engage with every stakeholder within the organisation. So yeah, the local government, the national government are important stakeholders that we often try to engage with in all the projects that we undertake.
Why would you like to work more with the government? In what ways?
To enable us basically to fulfill what we're trying to do in terms of expanding the organisation. To do that we need support from all our stakeholders, and the government of course is a very important stakeholder. And now we've got our own brand that we're supplying in Ghana. It's helping to raise awareness of our organisation, but to actually have people from within government coming and visiting us, seeing what we're doing is what we'd like to see more of. And so far we've had a very good relationship with members of the government, so we just encourage further dialogue.
And are regulations easy to have a business in Ghana?
I'd say it's a good environment to be setting up a business. There's, as with any country, there's going to be their own legislation that you have to work within. For Ghana, I'd say it's a great country to work within because of the people that we're working with are very open to our value-adding philosophy, so they want to actually see it work and make it work. Sorry, I've forgotten what the question was.
Oh, I think you answered it. When you look at the youth in many African countries, agriculture is not a very attractive perspective for them. They'd rather live in the cities and get a job there. How do you deal with that as a fruit producing company?
That's a big question for us, and it's a question which we're looking for ideas for coming to this conference, but also in some of the projects that we're looking to in the future. You're absolutely right that there is a declining interest in agriculture, particularly with the emerging generation that are going through schools. One of our farmers recently told us at a council meeting. We have a council which basically represents different farming interests who sit on our foundation councils. So they're basically looking at projects, social projects such as school buildings and things like that, which they discuss to come up with ideas for the future. One of the farmers, to get to the point, apologies, I'm going round about the houses, but one of the points that one of our farmers said was that in Ghana, school farms used to be commonplace. So schools used to have an area of land where students were encouraged to learn agricultural skills and find out about how things grow. It's not so common anymore, and what this farmer told us was that these days, if students are sent to a farm, it's as a punishment for bad behaviour. So you can understand why there's such a negative mindset around agriculture, and students want to go and work in the city and become bankers or work in government. But there's plenty of opportunity in agriculture, and we're able to demonstrate that with the farmers that supply us, and we've got some really good role models. And I think for us as a company, we need to make sure that we're using those role models to say, look, you can actually make a success in agriculture, and you can actually achieve a huge amount. So that, and also bringing back the School Farm of the Year the School Farm is actually something we want to do. So we've got a competition planned called School Farm of the Year competition, which we want to introduce next year with some of the schools that are close to where our factory is as a pilot. And also engaging with youth in education, also working with our existing farmers to demonstrate what can be done and to use them as role models, and doing some of our own farming as well, because we have to fill the gap, but to use that those farms as demonstration farms in themselves, encouraging people to go back into farming and become our future suppliers. Sorry about the very long answer.
Thank you very much.